Wrestling. Sting returned for revenge on Aces and Eights.
There he is! It's the icon! Revenge on the mind of the Stinger!
Kurt Angle got one step closer to exposing the Thugs.
Tess, that's a familiar face! Known as Mike Knox!
Hulk Hogan discovered the truth.
Who knows about us?
And laid down the law.
You are suspended indefinitely. Get the hell out of my ring, too, Brooke.
Brooke gave Hulk one chance to reconsider.
I have a question for you, Dad, and how you answer it is going to determine our relationship for a very long time. Are you going to reinstate Mark?
No, I'm not going to reinstate Bully, okay?
Aces and Eights used their numbers.
Watch out!
Look out here. These Aces and Eights guys, it's just when you think it's gotten bad, it gets worse with them.
Knox, get in here! I want a piece of you now! It's payback time!
If you come anywhere near us, the next time you see Brooke, you will not recognize her.
A father is confronted with a harsh reality.
What's the Bully? Suspension or no suspension? Thank God that Bully Ray was able to take Brooke Hogan safely back away from Aces and Eights.
You're not for real, and you're not the man for my daughter.
I'm not real good at all this feelings stuff. I want you to marry me, but I want to do it right here next week in front of everybody.
They hide their feelings no more. You're cordially invited to the wedding of Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan. Live tonight on Impact Wrestling.
Welcome inside the Impact Zone. The flowers, the gifts, the cake in place. The final touches being put on all the extravagant preparations for tonight's joyous celebration.
And ladies and gentlemen, tonight on this very special edition of Impact Wrestling Live, the entire world is invited to witness the wedding of Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray. The history-making event is tonight.
I don't believe it. Oh, man.
What are you doing?
How are you?
Married, you're going pro.
Look at you. You still wearing those things? Let me see these things. Let me see if they still fit me.
It's
not too bad. Not too
you're
bad.
perfect. Hello. Oh,
I didn't expect you to be here at this time. You're early. After last night, I didn't think you would make it.
It was a rough one.
Oh my God. So guys, listen. I got your tuxes and everything.
Where you gonna look
wearing
pretty?
tuxes. We're not wearing tie-dye. One for you, double small, and one for you, double wide.
We're gonna be good.
I can't even believe I can't believe
Everyone said me. I can't believe you got married, bro.
Night's
That's
just
awesome.
begun.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I used to beat the crap out of you every night.
Thank you guys so much for being my bridesmaid.
Thank you for This is so exciting.
Yes.
Are you nervous?
I'm really nervous, actually. I'm butterflies.
No. So, Brooke, your dad's coming, right?
I don't know.
Love.
You know what?
Yes.
I love you.
Welcome inside the Impact Zone, just 4 nights removed from an incredible Genesis pay-per-view. It's Todd Keneley, the Professor Mike Tenay, and the Human Suplex Machine Taz. Speaking of Genesis, what a night it was for this man, World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy. Really the definition of resiliency.
Well, that's what Jeff Hardy is all about. I mean, everybody doubted Jeff Hardy, including me. But let's face it, Jeff Hardy overcame the odds, was able to retain his championship, more or less against 2 men. So we're about to take a look here in a second at what happened at Genesis. I mean, look at this. Just Jeff Hardy just throwing caution to the wind. And right there, I mean, look, listen. Jeff Hardy was able to wrestle from behind, hit this swanton, that was it. But he wrestled from behind because it was more or less 2-on-1 the whole match.
It really was an incredible accomplishment for Jeff Hardy this past Sunday. You said it, Taz. Against all odds, Hardy beat the numbers game. He issued the challenge, and he defeated both Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. Jeff Hardy, still World Heavyweight Champion.
By the way, guys, how's my tux look? Exactly. Thank you.
How about that Genesis main event?
You still got it. You still got it.
I do?
You still got it. You still got it. You still got it.
Thank you, thank you. You know, the odds were stacked against me, and we, the creatures, prevailed again. Bobby Roode and Austin Aries hey, let's face it, they're two of the best professional wrestlers on this planet. But I'm still the world champion. And I can't thank you enough. You know, out here in this ring, I fight through pain. I fight through people. I fight for each and every one of you. And with that said, being the world champion right here in the Impact Zone, I'm always ready to fight. Let's keep it going, y'all.
2013 is going to be...
A fight? Jeffrey, did you say you're ready for a fight?
Anytime.
Well, that's funny because in just 1 week, and that's 7 days, by the way, you butt puppets. In just 1 short week, my friend Christopher Daniels is gonna bring the fight to you. And he's gonna take your TNA World Heavyweight title.
Now, Jefferson, I hear you bragging about beating Bobby Roode, about beating Austin Aries. I didn't think you were the bragging type, but as long as we're bragging, I can brag. I mean, I'm the Thursday Night Delight. I'm the man that beat AJ Styles and sent him home. And I'm the man that beat Cowboy James Storm at Genesis to get an opportunity to wrestle for that next week. And I didn't need any creatures to help me. And let's be honest, Jeff, they're not creatures of the night, they're creatures of habit. And they're in the habit of losing. These so-called creatures, they're losers just like AJ, just like Jimmy Storm, and just like you.
You're out of your mind.
Hey, creatures, listen. I want you to turn that frown upside down, because once Thursday comes around and I win the World Heavyweight Championship, I will give you all permission to worship me.
Yeah, we don't gotta wait. Let's do this right now.
Whoa, look at this, here we go.
2-on-1 here is back.
He's watching the back of Jeff Hardy, the world champion.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Did somebody say something about fighting?
Where did beat his ass?
So, if you guys want to fight, why don't Tweedledee and Tweedledum get on in the ring with James Storm and Jeff Hardy right now?
Shave it.
Hey,
Shave it.
I don't think you understood. I wasn't asking you. This is not an option. So get ready to have your butts whipped, courtesy of the Cowboy and Jeff Hardy. Whoa, that's pretty simple right there. And here we go.
Yeah, Daniels wants to save it for next week in the world title match. But Storm and Hardy, they've got other ideas.
Yeah, that's bouncing bad influence all around this ring. Or outside the ring, I should say. In, out, all over the place. Here we go.
And
it's
Hardy,
official.
Hardy and Storm, yep, sure is. What a way to kick off Impact Wrestling Live. Impromptu tag team action. Hardy and Storm have proven to be quite a tandem as of late. We saw him in action just last week against Roode and Aries.
Yeah, together again. The Cowboy and the world champ. They beat Aces and Eights back in December, and you're right, we saw him battle Roode and Aries 1 week ago.
But Kaz and Daniels, as Kaz taken to the outside, former two-time world tag team champions. Look out here, meeting of the minds. And here comes the Enigma. What a way to kick things off. The champ is rolling. This tag team action continues after this. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling Live. And look at Daniels flying through the air with that backdrop. All these guys out here talking about fighting. There's going to be a whole lot of fighting on Spike TV tonight, right after Impact, the debut of Bellator MMA Live. 2 huge title fights and the Bellator debut of Babalu Sobral.
Yeah, the return of Babalu tonight. And he's not afraid to face tough opponents and enter a very rigorous tournament. Bellator Live immediately following Impact. Here goes Hardy.
Hardy looking for the cover here. Great to see the World Heavyweight Champion back in action. What an effort, what a night he had at Genesis. And he's in there now, Taz, a little preview of next week. Before he tags out there, he faces Daniels next week for the World Heavyweight title.
Well, the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy, there's no stopping him. There's no quitting him. He's a fighting champ. I know it's a cliche statement to say about someone, but it's legit. It's a fact. That's just Jeff Hardy. That's who he is.
And how about Hardy and Storm? What a unique team. On one hand, you got the beer-drinking Cowboy. Loves to work on his truck. Loves to bet football. On the other hand, you've got Hardy, the charismatic enigma. His interest range, well, from everything from being an artist to a musician. But you know what, guys? As a team, it works.
I got an idea. Maybe Hardy should paint Storm's truck like one of those funky little paint jobs he does. That'd be pretty good.
Got to admit, Taz, you never look better dressed to the nines in your tux tonight. How's the groom, Bully Ray, doing?
You know, he's a little nervous. I got to tell you, I saw it earlier. I mean, during the week, we're doing a lot of stuff together, a lot of preparation. He is the best man. There's a lot involved. But I have to say, I'm very excited tonight for these crazy kids hitching it tonight, getting married. Brooke and Bully, it's going to be awesome.
That's still to come tonight. Can't wait for that. Look at the teamwork of Bad Influence. You got your work cut out for you tonight as well, Taz. Return to Gut Check later on. Here's the cover by Kazarian on Storm.
Yeah, looking forward to Gut Check tonight for sure. So it should be interesting. But right now, I'll tell you what, if you're the Cowboy James Storm, let's focus here. He's got to try and get in Jeff Hardy back into this matchup right now. He's getting singled out. You guys see that, so really got to try and get over there.
After the drop kick by Kazarian, you saw Daniels as he continues to just smother and choke out Storm in the corner. These guys know how to take every single shortcut, every advantage in it.
Well, we detailed the history of Storm and Hardy, who have teamed together in the past couple of weeks. But then on the opposite side, Daniels and Kazarian, they still have a huge experience edge since they've been together so long as a team.
You're right, Mike. I mean, the cohesiveness of Daniels and Kazarian, it's just, it's going to be it's obviously very difficult for Storm and Hardy, even though they showed some good teamwork also. It's going to be very hard for them to, I think, to beat that.
Cowboy James Storm in a lot of trouble here, and if you're a bad influence, and namely if you're Christopher Daniels, obviously they're taking the fight right now to the Cowboy. Don't you want the World Heavyweight Champion there? Don't you want to try and get an advantage, get him injured going into next week's title match?
I would think so. I get your point. I hear you, Todd. I agree to a degree, but I think you want to win the match. That's number one thing. If I'm a member of bad influence of Daniels and Kazarian, I want to win. And right now, I think their best shot is to get a win on Storm. No disrespect to the Cowboy. It's just right now he's just taking a whooping for quite some time.
Really attacking the neck of the Cowboy. That beautiful reverse neck breaker moments ago. The shots, those wide open shots to the back of the neck, and now the rear chin lock trying to wear down the Cowboy.
Really been the strategy and the focus of the offense from Daniels, the ring general, and Kazarian. As Storm tries to fight his way out of the grip.
But another shortcut there by the conniving ring general, Christopher Daniels.
And you can see Hardy's furious because, hey, Daniels goes over, pushes Hardy, pisses him off. He wants to get in and get after him, and then Daniels takes advantage, exploits the ref while his back's turned.
And expect Daniels to do much of the same next week, to pull out all the stops when the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. And we touched on it. Got to mention again, Mike, later on tonight, right after Impact, the Bellator lightweight world title is on the line as Michael Chandler defends against world-class wrestler Rick Hahn, as well as featherweight champ Pat Curran putting on the gold against Patricio Pitbull. Here's the cover.
Yeah, Michael Chandler, really one of my favorite MMA fighters ever, against Rick Hahn, who I know has a great judo background as well. That's all a part of Bellator Live, and it's immediately following this very special edition of Impact.
I'd like to point out the only disadvantage sometimes with an MMA guy, with that extensive judo background, you're used to competing with a gi on, and your gi can be used as a weapon to your advantage. But I digress. So here we go.
Oh, nice side Russian leg sweep there by the Cowboy James Storm. Got to try and find a way to get to his corner and tag in the charismatic Enigma.
Yeah, definitely the opportunity could be right around the corner here for James Storm. There it is.
Here we go. Here comes the champ.
Oh,
man.
Did you see that?
Elevator going down. And Hardy, the World Heavyweight Champion, so good at using his surrounding environment as a launch pad, as a weapon.
Well, that's what Hardy is, man. He's explosive.
Champion there now with Kazarian. Nice flying forearm there by the charismatic Enigma. So impressive this past Sunday at Genesis, but how much did that take out of him? Goes downstairs again.
I don't know. He's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty good here. The world champ looking pretty good.
Yeah, Hardy firing on all cylinders in this tag match, and he's going to have to next week on Impact Wrestling when he faces Daniels for the title. Here he goes.
Whisper in the wind hits its mark by Hardy on Kazarian, floating over into the cover. Now here comes Daniels for the save. And if I may, Taz, pose a question here. Hardy endured the wars with Roode and Aries. Is this match with Daniels next week almost like a trap game? Is the champ right for the picking?
Well, it could be. I mean, it could be a trap game for sure. But, I mean, right now, I think he's got to stay focused at the task at hand here. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. STO there by Daniels. That's how he put away Storm at Genesis. And now closing time there by the Cowboy.
Cowboy's not done, my friends. Here we go. Ooh.
Dives to the outside. James Storm clutching at the knee. Might have landed badly there on the arena floor. And that leaves the World Heavyweight Champion and Kaz. And if Kaz can get the pin, Kazamania really would be running wild. Look out. Goes to the eyes. Inside cradle. Trying to steal one, but the champ kicks out.
And oh, man.
Lightning quick twist of fate, and the 1, 2, 3.
Your winners, James Storm and Jeff Hardy.
Momentum continues on the side of the World Heavyweight Champion, coming off the great win Sunday at Genesis. It's Jeff Hardy who gets it. Oh, what's this?
Here's what we talked about. The man that'll face the World Heavyweight Champion next week here on Impact, trying to get that edge, get that advantage.
Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You see that?
Angel's wings right on that championship title of Jeff Hardy's.
He drove the man's face. Just straight into that championship. You're right, Todd.
Are we taking a look at the future next week? Are we looking at our next World Heavyweight Champion?
How unbearable would Daniels be if he's able to do the unthinkable and beat Jeff Hardy next week for the world title?
There can only be one. And we got two to choose from. Yeah. And we can only award one contract. Right. What's your impression?
Two very good candidates under a lot of pressure coming out of the gate in a situation where we've never done this before. And I thought both did a great job captivating the audience.
Totally agree. The guy who won stood out a little bit more. The other guy, I mean...
Yeah, but Jay Bradley won out of nowhere. I mean, you had... Brian Cage had the match, you know, with that elbow off the top rope and everything. If he'd have connected fully, I think he'd have won that right there.
Who won the match?
Okay,
that's my point. It's about the end. It's not where you start, where you finish.
It's about what takes place in the match as well.
No, I know.
Okay, and Brian showed us something I'd never seen before when he suplexed Jay Bradley from the second rope. Jay Bradley was on the apron on the outside of the ring, suplexed Jay into the ring. I'd never seen anything.
Joe, but no, it was a great move. It was a great move.
It was.
And I just felt like Jay Bradley, who won the match,
rose to the occasion a little bit more than Cage. I mean, they both looked great. Everything was there.
I think Jay maybe had a little bit more of a mean streak.
And a little more polish, but that doesn't take away from Brian. Brian was very charismatic, and you would like it.
I am ready to vote. I've got my...
You ready to vote right now?
Let's go, Al.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on it.
No, I don't do it now, right?
Okay, well, I'll tell you who I'm going to pick.
Who do you pick?
My choice is...
Still to come tonight on Impact Wrestling Live, the judges' deliberations. There you see Brian Cage on the right, Jay Bradley on the left. Both men shined. Only one man will have a shot at the contract as Impact Wrestling rolls on.
You are in charge of him.
Why do I gotta be broken?
You're a mess.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Stop it.
You still reek of booze and strippers. Hey guys, Joseph, I am in a really good mood, so please don't ruin it. Bully, I know that we've had our differences in the past, but if it weren't for you going to Hulk Hogan, I'd never be a member of the Impact roster. And I just want to thank you and wish you good luck today on your nuptials. And here, for you, a box of fine Cubans. Hey, please keep those on the down low. I got them from a friend at the airport. They're not exactly street legal. K-Fab. Good luck. Hey, prenup? Thank you for the cigars. Get out of here. Spike, see what you can...
Ladies and gentlemen, it is gut check decision time. Right now, we are about to find out the fate of Mr. Brian Cage and Mr. Jay Bradley. Tonight, one of them will face the judges and could end up with a TNA contract. Let's introduce our judges. First of all, from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, New York, he is the human suplex machine, Taz. He is the Senior Vice President of Talent Relations and Programming, Mr. Bruce Pritchard. And he is the Senior Director of Talent Relations, Mr. Al Snow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our competitors. They are Jay Bradley and Brian Cage.
Boy, Taz looking awfully sharp there in his tux. And here we go with gut check for the first time ever. Two contestants, both men really impressed last Thursday. And my gut check getting bigger and better.
Yeah, going to a whole new level. Go to our website, impactwrestling.com. Details on the first ever Gut Check Challenge. It starts this weekend, and over the next several weeks, you can vote to choose which past Gut Check participants get a shot at stardom. It's the Gut Check Challenge at impactwrestling.com. Gentlemen, last week you had a very competitive match in this ring. However, tonight, only one of you will go on to face the judges. To make that decision, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bruce Pritchard.
Gentlemen, I got to tell you, one of the best gut check matches that we have had thus far, the inception of gut check. However, only one can go on to see if they can get a contract here tonight. Hell of an effort, Jay. We've seen you, I personally have seen you for several years. Tremendous job, you were victorious, but I got to tell you, being victorious wasn't the only thing we were looking for. Ryan, you've got all the tools, you're put together great, and you had a tremendous outing last week. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. You are eliminated.
Brian Cage, best of luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Brian Cage. Jay Bradley, it comes down to you. Right now, we're going to face the judges. And you're going to need a majority vote. If there is a no from any of the three judges, we're going to give you the opportunity to kick out. 30 seconds on the microphone to plead your case. Let's now go to the judges' decision. We start with Taz.
Well, I'm going to keep this real right to the point. Obviously, the decision by the judges wasn't unanimous, so for me, it's a no.
All right, our first no means, Jay, you have 30 seconds on this microphone to kick out. The microphone is yours.
You've talked about guys needing to hump the highways. Let me tell you, I've humped so many highways, I probably owe a few child support. But you know what those did? They taught me discipline. They took me all over the world, Japan, Puerto Rico, Europe. They brought me here. They brought me here to the Impact Zone. Now, I've been trained by the best to be one of the best. And in one match last week, gentlemen, me and my arm, my boomstick, we were trending on Twitter worldwide. So you look in my eyes, gentlemen, there's no BS. That's the truth. I'm knocking on your door. All you got to do is let me in. I'll take care of the rest.
All right, one no from Taz. We now go to Mr. Al Snow for his decision.
Last week, you showed great talent and skill in the ring. You had a personality and presence. Quite obviously, you have connected with the crowd. My answer is yes.
It is a split decision so far with the judges. Bruce Pritchard, it comes down to you, yes or no?
Well, Jay, I got to tell you, from listening to the crowd here, I think that you've proven one thing. At least they care. And they have passion, and that's something you have, and you've got guts.
I'm going to be here every week.
My answer is yes.
Jay Bradley, welcome to the Impact Wrestling roster. Congratulations, Jay Bradley gets the contract here this week on the Gut Chat.
Jay Bradley does it. Personality, the presence, and the guts impresses the judges. Newest member of the Impact Wrestling roster, Jay Bradley.
Yep, history made, and talking about history still to come tonight on Impact Wrestling Live. The wedding of Bully Ray and Brooke tonight on Impact.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Culpeper, Virginia, Christian York.
Welcome back to Impact Wrestling Live this past Sunday on Genesis. A very eventful night for this man. Victorious in the X Division tournament finals against Kenny King. Then went on to a match with RVD.
Yeah, but it was the post-match attack by Kenny King that Christian York told me Sunday night he thought cost him the X Division title. He told me his confidence level was at an all-time high. We'll detail it during Kenny King's entrance.
And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kenny King.
Yeah, Christian York, did you see the look in his eyes? Just pacing like a caged animal, and we're going to take a look at why, Taz.
Well, yeah, watch here. This is an excellent counter by York. Right there, sticking Kenny King, but then Kenny King, yeah, he might have lost the match, but look at this here, just dropping Christian York right on his face and head. And then reading the riot act.
I thought that attack by Kenny King was the difference maker in terms of Christian York's opportunity to become the X Division champion. TNA management thinks so as well. That's why, we've got the return match from the pay-per-view this past Sunday.
York could not wait to get his hands on Kenny King, and after what we just witnessed, who could blame him? This a rematch from Genesis.
This Christian York, I mean, it's pretty obvious. This guy is put together. He's built like a brick, you-know-what house. And he's got such great vertical jumping ability, hence why he flew out of the ring so quick and so strong.
These two had a super competitive match at Genesis. And York had told me that he felt that he had picked something up in a recent match against RVD here on Impact Wrestling, that he felt he could capitalize on it, but he was never able to get that opportunity because he was not at 100% for the title bout because of Kenny King.
Christian York one step ahead. Earlier on, blocked the shot into the post, but Kenny King trying to get the advantage. Yeah, Kenny King, what a poor sport. As if almost to say, you know what? If I don't get a shot to win the X Division title, either do you.
Well, he's bitter. I mean, I think that's what Kenny King showed, that he was just bitter. And I personally don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, you know, sore loser, so what? You know, that's how I see it. But right now, King's paying for it because York is stalking this young man. He's been all over him from the beginning of this match.
Guys, not only the big wedding tonight, Brooke Hogan, Bully Ray, but you're also going to see exclusive video footage as York goes for the pin here and gets two. Yeah, exclusive video footage of the bachelor party from this week in New York City.
I heard it was crazy. I wasn't able to attend. I had a prior engagement, and, well, the groom-to-be was not happy with me, my good friend Bully, but he understood. I couldn't be there, but I heard it was crazy. That's all I know.
Come on, York. Yeah, looked like the groomsmen may be still feeling the effects as Christian York rains down the strikes. You know, I've never seen Christian York so aggressive, spinning back kick, looking to follow it up, just strike after strike, kick after kick. Speaking of aggression, we talked about it, the debut, the Bellator debut of Babalu Sobral, aggressive light heavyweight competitor, just notorious throughout his storied career in MMA.
Yeah, part of the light heavyweight tournament quarterfinal, and that great Bellator event is coming up tonight, immediately following Impact Wrestling Live right here on Spike.
Kenny King, he's praying, begging, please let me go, let go of my leg. Oh!
What a big shot there by King, though. He's so flexible, he can strike with the best of them as well.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, counter this time. Nice count. Oh! And look at Christian York.
Oh, look at that. Traps him, cradles him there, yeah.
Sure, nice back suplex while he had that cradle. It wasn't clasped, but he had the leg hooked.
Looking to follow up. Oh, look at this. Revenge is best served cold. He's looking for the same thing that King did to him, but King went to the eyes, and now a handful of touch.
Yeah.
Your winner, Kenny King.
Well, didn't do it clean, but he got the win.
Wow, deals another one. Christian York looking for a measure of revenge. King goes to the eyes. Unbelievable.
Hey, dummy, you can't
big smile on the face of that man. And still to come tonight on Impact Wrestling Live. Speaking of smiles, look at those two. The wedding of Bully Ray and Brooke tonight on Impact.
Stinger. Bro, you're the only guy in this company that trusts me, and you're the only guy that's had my back. Tonight is a huge night for me and Brooke. That girl needs to be happy. The only thing that is going to make Brooke happy is having her father walk her down the aisle. I want Brooke to be happy. I can't talk to Hulk. He won't listen to me. He won't return a phone call. He won't return a text. Please talk to him.
please convince him to be by his daughter's side tonight.
Because of what you mean to me, yeah, I will. I'll try.
Thank you.
He's digging his heels in, but I'm gonna try.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. And so will Brooke.
How about that? Still to come tonight, the huge wedding. But Bully Ray reaching out to Sting, perhaps the only one that can get through to Hulk Hogan.
Todd, you're right. Can't wait for the big wedding tonight, but I've got to ask that question and bring it forward. Do we think that Hulk Hogan shows up tonight on his daughter's big night?
Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, I hope so for Brooke's sake, and you can see how much Brooke means to Bully. I mean, for Bully to go to Sting like that and plead with him, please, if anyone could talk to the Hulkster, it's you, Sting. So, listen, guys, I can't sit out here and carry you guys all night. I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff to do backstage, helping the groom out, Bully Ray, and making sure Dreamer didn't eat all the food in the Viennese hour and whatnot, and Spike left some beer for everybody else. So, after we're done with this on camera, I'm gonna be gone for a little while. I mean, you got to cover
history in the making tonight. Taz, have a great one.
Human best man machine right here. Let's do it.
Like that, right?
This ain't working. I'm not a tie guy. I'm not wearing this stupid tie. I'm not wearing this stupid shirt.
Easy. Still talking to yourself?
Yeah, I was talking.
God, I look good.
Hey, you look great, except for looks like you're missing something. Maybe a World Heavyweight Championship.
That's funny.
belt.
Where's yours?
Yeah, where is mine? I should have had it if you double-crossed me.
Oh, me double-crossed?
Yeah.
Who's the one who screwed me? You. You always screw me. Look at this.
We can do this. We can keep going round and round and round. It's not getting us anywhere, is it, Bobby? Look where we are. We're getting ready to go for some celebration for Brooke and Bully. After I just sit through Jeff Hardy's celebration, you see how this place is. You see how it's slanted. Not in our favor. Where's our celebration?
Yeah.
We've been carrying this company for a year.
Damn right we have.
Tell you what, I'm gonna put on all black.
Black? You can't wear black to a wedding. It's for a funeral. You wear black to a funeral.
Well, maybe this is gonna be a funeral. Because I have a few objections to what's about to go on out there.
I have a few objections.
Well, good.
I'm not even invited and I'm showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
We're both invited.
You're gonna go?
Let's do this.
You're gonna wear that?
You gonna wear that?
Yeah.
Great.
There he is. Come on, let's go. Hey, Hulk. Hey, Hulk. You here for the wedding tonight? Are you here for the wedding? Hey, Hulk, are you gonna give Brooke away tonight at the wedding?
Better find something better to do. Get that camera out of here.
Bro, look at how good you cleaned up.
Fix my camera.
You look like 007. You look like 009.
Are you going to get dressed whenever we got a wedding?
I was thinking about going out like this.
Of course.
No?
Tie-dye flannel. I love it.
I got.
Hey!
Oh, now the wedding can start.
Where's
Look
that black and orange wedding?
Hey, wait, get your entrance music when you walk in and everything?
I was working. Sorry, I'm busy. Someone's got to work around here.
I know.
So listen, what's the deal? No Paul? I don't get it.
I called him.
You called Paul?
He said he'd call me back. In 5 minutes.
God,
I heard that one before,
a couple
right?
times. Yeah.
Hey, bro, seriously, man. Is Hulk going to show? It's his daughter's wedding.
Bro, dude, she's a wreck. She's a wreck. Like, she's been texting me, and I can read right through it. She's not good. She wants her father here. I want him here. You know, she just wants him to be by her side. It's her wedding. You know how these, wedding is. It's the biggest day of her life.
He's got to squash it, man. He's got to squash the heat, bro.
It's tough though. He's a dad. He's in a tough spot. It's tough all the way around. You know?
I spoke to Sting. I kind of begged Sting to talk to him for me. Sting said he would. I hope he does. Bottom line, Hulk's here, we're not here. I'm marrying Brooke tonight, and I'm glad that you're here, and you're here. That's all I care about. My 3 guys, my brothers, are here with me tonight. So I think I'm gonna go
put it on.
I think I'm gonna put it on.
Sounds good, baby.
All right?
I'm gonna run that in.
I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. Dream, you look good. I just want to know if you've had a change of heart, maybe a different opinion now, after final resolution.
Everything that's going down, I haven't changed my mind one bit about the way I feel about you and the way I feel about this situation with you and my daughter.
I
should be on Team Hogan for standing up for your daughter, for standing next to Sting. I bled. Turn your respect.
You are suspended indefinitely. Get the hell out of my ring too, Brooke.
You're crazy, Hulk. You got this all wrong. I love this business. This business means everything to me. I never thought I would love anything as much as I did pro wrestling. And then your daughter came in my life. I love you. I know our entire relationship has played out.
I'm looking at you.
In front of the entire world. I don't care.
I'm looking through your eyes.
I want everybody to know
I don't believe you.
how much I care for you.
You're not for real.
How much I love you.
And you're not the man for my daughter.
And I want you to marry me.
I don't believe this. She said yes.
I want to do it right here in front of everybody.
Bully Ray? This is crazy. Oh my God.
There he is, the Hall of Famer, the icon Sting, this past Sunday at Genesis. Victorious, getting a measure of revenge against Doc, but then the Aces and Eights circle.
Todd, you're right, and on this momentous night, who better than the Hall of Fame icon himself to come out here in the Impact Zone? You'll recall Sting was in the ring last week when Bully Ray popped the question. We all heard the plea from Bully to Sting earlier. Bully just wants to make Brooke Hogan happy.
Absolutely, and Bully Ray came to Sting's aid at Genesis, so these two really galvanizing their trust.
Oh, it feels great to be in the Impact Zone. You've arrived on a very special evening. Tonight is not just an ordinary night. Of course, it never is in the Impact Zone. It's a huge night. I mean, love is in the air. But along with all the love floating around and all the lovey-dovey stuff, there's some tension in the air. And Bully Ray has asked me to address that tension, and that's what I want to do right now. So, Bully, if you're a praying man, you better start praying right now, okay? Because Hulkamania, please come on out. I need to talk to you.
And here comes the Hulkster, Sting, honoring the request of Bully Ray, the plea of Bully Ray. Bully Ray knows how important it is to Brooke for her father, Hulk Hogan, to be there tonight. Later on for the wedding, Sting gonna try and get through to the Hulkster. Can he do it?
I mean, if you think about it, the well-chronicled differences between Hulk Hogan, his daughter Brooke, and Bully Ray, they've all been aired in public. So why not address it head on? Why not address it right here, right now, in front of the world?
You know, Stinger, First thing, why don't you just cut the crap? I mean, what do you want from me? You want this? I mean, why don't we cut right to the chase and get down to business, brother, because you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes. You and I have been in this business a long, long time, brother, and we've wrestled all over the world, and we've traveled up and down every single road you could possibly travel, business-wise and personally. And we've both had people that have looked us in the eye and told us that they loved us, and then they walked away. And we both have people that have told us that they're our best friend, and then they stabbed us in the back. So why don't you just lay this out real straight for me so I can understand exactly where you're coming from.
Okay, I'll lay it out straight for you right now. Bully Ray has come to my aid umpteen times. He's been my tag team partner. He's come to your aid umpteen times. Most important for you, hey, listen, this is not this. This is, he's come to Brooke's aid umpteen thousand times. And I'm saying, what more is it gonna take before you let this thing happen tonight? Period.
It's not just me. You know how many people, the social media thing that I don't know anything about, day and night, brother, they're saying, Hogan, you're right. Hogan, don't let your guard down. Hogan, don't trust Bully. It's not just me standing up and making a stand here. It's everybody out here, brother, telling me to watch out for myself, for you, and for my family. So when it comes down to in and out of this ring, I call him like I see him. When I look the guy in the eyes, there's something that's not right. When I get around Bully, there's an energy, there's a vibe that comes off him that I will not accept. So as far as I'm concerned, brother, I will never trust Bully Ray.
Okay. Then I'm going to throw it all out there just like you asked me to do originally. I'm going to say you need to do this for you, and most important, you need to do this for Brooke tonight. They're saying, do it, do it, do it, do.
Well, I guess instead of just telling you, I'm going to tell everybody in here that I always do the right thing, brother.
Hi. Just curious, how long have you been here?
About 6 months.
Yeah, well, I've been wrestling for 13 years, and I just wanted to show you exactly what you cost me at Genesis. Take a look right here. Watch. She cheated to get me into that move. Let's see. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, and look what you missed.
I get it.
I get well, thank God I got a rematch from Brooke Hogan.
Yeah, well, she's so busy tonight, of course.
Yes.
But she did grant you and Velvet another #1 Contenders match. So promise everything will be called down the middle.
It better be called down the middle.
As promised, we now take take an exclusive look at Bully Ray's bachelor party, New York City bachelor party.
Yeah, earlier this week, New York City. You see, it was last night. Bully Ray with an assist from Lonnie and all the guys at Rick's in New York City. But they had a great night, didn't they, Todd?
Sure looks like it. A whole lot of talent there at Rick's. Look at this. Working the arms, doing some girl curls. Bully Ray celebrating in style at Rick's. Like a good time. I wish but Taz wishes he was there.
The following knockout contest scheduled for one fall is a #1 Contenders match. Introducing first from Toronto, Canada, Gail Kim.
We saw Gail complaining with Knockouts official Taryn Terrell over the finish of the gauntlet match at Genesis. We take a look back at it again. Closer look.
Yeah, we heard the beef. This was the gauntlet match. The way it came down, the Velvet Sky and Gail Kim. And there you see as Velvet went for the cover. The leg of Gail Kim, it broke the plane of the rope. Taryn Terrell ruled that Velvet Sky got the win in #1 Contendership, but then Brooke Hogan overruled that, and as a result, we have the return match tonight.
Yep, return match. These were the last two knockouts remaining in that gauntlet matchup. #1 contender to be decided here on Impact Wrestling Live.
From the Big Apple, Velvet Sky.
Well, you will recall that when Velvet Sky returned to Impact Wrestling in the month of December, she had been away for some 6 months, and she vowed that she was going to do it again, just like she did at Bound for Glory 2011 in Philadelphia when she won the title. She vowed that she will become knockout champion once again.
Well, Taz had to fly the coop, so to speak, so, you know.
Don't look at me. Not going to infringe on Taz's territory.
Absolutely not. Her entrance just not quite the same without Taz, but #1 Contenders action here. Velvet Sky going to have to do it all over again. The two final knockouts in that gauntlet matchup. What a performance it was by Gail Kim, the first ever Knockouts champ. She looked like she was going to run the table until she ran into Velvet Sky.
Yeah, knocked off all the competitors until it came down to the final entrant, Velvet Sky. Velvet gets the win, but it's overturned, overruled, and the executive in charge of the knockouts, Brooke Hogan, rules that the return match is here right now. This now becomes the #1 Contenders match. We're going to see who gets the title shot against Tara.
Going to be interesting to see who will get a shot upcoming at Tara. As fans, we remind you that TNA's Lockdown live pay-per-view event is coming to the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Going to be Texas size. For all the details on tickets, travel packages, VIP packages, go to shoptna.com. And of course, that huge fan interaction. What a weekend it's going to be, Mike.
Can't wait till we get to the Lone Star State. Yeah, we're coming there for Lockdown in the month of March. And Todd, how about the way that Sting spoke from his heart, pleading with Hulk Hogan, asking Hulk to walk his daughter, Brooke Hogan, down the aisle, and then the response of Hulk Hogan, I always do the right thing. And what does that mean?
I don't know, some shades of gray there. The Sting pleading, hey, do the right thing for you, do the right thing for your daughter, as well as all the faithful here in the Impact Zone pleading for the Hulkster to walk Brooke down the aisle. But as you mentioned, him saying, I always do the right thing. We will see what exactly that means later on. As both veteran knockouts here, both former knockouts champion, not rushing into this one, not wanting to make a mistake early.
Gail Kim, a two-time knockout champion with the early advantage here. And maybe she's got inside the head of Taryn Terrell, the knockouts referee, the way that she was attempting to intimidate Taryn both earlier today, as we saw back in the locker room area, as well as in the ring just moments ago.
Fireman's carry by Kim, but out the back door goes Velvet Sky for the roll-up, looking for the pin. And this is a good way to counter Gail Kim, because Gail is just so vicious with the strikes, as we see right there. Just winds up with the kick, going downstairs. And again, we have to mention, guys, speaking of late kicks like that, right after Impact tonight, the debut of Bellator MMA Live, 2 championship fights.
2 world championship matches.
Cannot wait. Big clothesline there by Gail Kim. Yep, Michael Chandler putting the lightweight title on the line against judo practitioner, as you mentioned, Rick Hahn. And also Pat Curran defends the featherweight title against Patricio Pitbull. That coming up right after Impact Wrestling Live as this match for the #1 contender for the Knockouts title continues. Big reverse neck breaker there by Gail Kim, looking to put her away. Here's the cover, only a count of 2.
Yeah, real interested in that featherweight world championship match. Pat Curran's been so successful in tournaments. Tonight, he puts the title on the line against the Brazilian Pitbull. What a tough customer, what a tough challenger he is going to be. And also keep in mind that King Mo, Unrivaled, that's going to air tonight after Bellator on Spike. King Mo, the 2-sport star, not just MMA, but also training for professional wrestling here at Impact Wrestling.
Absolutely. Snap suplex there by Velvet Sky now into the cover. They're going to take an in-depth look at the training for both sports of King Mo. He's got a big fight coming up as well. But tonight it's all about the lightweight title, featherweight title, and the return of Babalu. Gail Kim, again, just loves to enforce her will in the ring. She loves to dictate the pace. One of the most dominant knockouts in history, even maybe perhaps only by the current Knockouts champion, Tara, in that department.
Well, you're right. One of the most experienced as well, as she goes here for the cover with the knee right across the throat of Velvet Sky, quickly pointing that out to our knockout referee, Taryn Terrell, who said, what, she's been here like 6 months?
Yeah, really trying to intimidate her, as you mentioned, Mike, saying you better call this thing down the middle. Look at this, the torque of the head scissors by Gail Kim, just twisting her body. Look at the way that she is bending the body of Velvet Sky backwards. There's so much pressure on the neck.
Total focus of the offensive Gail Kim on the upper body, the head of Velvet Sky, and you have to admit it's been very successful to this point in the match.
Velvet Sky, as you mentioned, saying that 2013 is going to be her year. She gets back the Knockouts title. She'll be on her way if she gets a win in this #1 Contenders match. Gail Kim, what a drop kick.
Big, impactful move by Gail Kim. The full extension of the legs powered right into the face of Velvet Sky. And saw the look on the face of Gail, the level of confidence going right up.
Eat defeat. Caught her with it. Into the cover now. Hooking the leg. Oh, and look out here, Mike. Heads up. Called by the official.
Knockout ref Taryn Terrell seeing there that it was Velvet Sky who broke the plane of the ropes, able to extend the leg out before the 3 count as Velvet gets right in Taryn's face again. Very similar situation to what we saw Sunday at Genesis, except the roles reversed.
Again, just trying to bully the official, just push her in the corner. Speaking of bullying, bulldog there by Velvet Sky, who is really cranking up the intensity meter here with a series of clotheslines and a beautiful head scissors takedown.
Yeah, complexion of this match quickly turns in favor of Velvet Sky.
Drives her face first into the mat there, almost a variation of her in your face. Boot to the midsection. Going for the double underhook, the butterfly lock in your face by Velvet Sky. Center of the ring. Gail Kim not moving. Double hook of the leg. Velvet Sky makes it official.
Your winner, Velvet Sky.
Location of the pin attempt by Velvet Sky. That's the difference between tonight here live on Impact Wrestling and this past Sunday at Genesis. And as a result of that win, it's now official. Velvet Sky is the #1 contender. Velvet Sky is going to move on to gain the knockout title shot against Tara.
All right, Mike, we take a look back at the action here. The cover by Gail Kim. And it was Velvet that got her foot, as you mentioned, broke the plane there of the ropes. And then Velvet Sky had her set up.
Now the double arm powers her straight down, and that was the difference. Velvet hooks the far leg, hooks the near leg, gets the 3 count, and she moves into the title shot.
Gail Kim came into this matchup after Genesis with a gripe. Velvet Sky saying, in your face. Great victory there by Velvet Sky. As she rolls on, we're going to head to the back. Dixie Carter standing by with Brooke Hogan.
You look
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't believe that just like last March we started talking about you coming here. I would have never in a million years thought something like this would happen.
Thank you for supporting me with everything too. It really, really means a lot.
Of course. You're happy though, right?
Yeah, he makes me really happy.
Okay, and no matter what happens tonight, you know your dad loves you very much.
I know
okay?
he does.
Don't forget that.
I know.
Okay, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I'm getting married.
I'm so excited.
Get your butt out there. I need you.
Wow, how about that? The blushing bride there. Brooke Hogan looking so happy, so excited. And here we set the stage. We are getting closer and closer to this joyous celebration on Impact Wrestling Live.
And whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, because wedding bells are about to ring. It's time to tie the knot. Up next, the historic wedding of Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Hardy hit the twist of fate on Kazarian to give his team the victory in the tag team match. But then the cheap shot from behind by Christopher Daniels, who then planted Hardy face first right on the title belt with the Angel's wings.
What are you going to do when I beat you, Jeff? Huh? Are you alive? Are you awake?
And Christopher Daniels, he will challenge the charismatic Enigma next week for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Daniels, Hardy on Impact Wrestling next Thursday.
Yep, that's coming up next week. Can't wait. But tonight, it's all about the wedding. The final touches have been put in place. The time has come for the wedding of Bully and Brooklyn.
Well, Todd, you're right. Just moments away from the historic wedding. Brooke Hogan, Bully Ray, and here come the two individuals who we heard from earlier tonight, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries. They may not have received formal invitations to the wedding, but as they said, they were going to invite themselves out here tonight.
They're putting their hands on the gifts. Yeah, these two aren't beyond being wedding crashers. Their ego's so big, they don't like to share the spotlight with anybody, but Mike, tonight is not about them.
And I'm surprised that Bobby Roode and Austin Aries could agree on anything. Usually they're at each other's throats. You screwed me, no, you screwed me. But they agreed. They're both going to object. They're both going to be out here without formal invitations.
So, help us understand what's going on here tonight. Everybody here and everybody watching at home are about to witness a celebration of a wedding between Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan.
Real nice.
When the fact of the matter is, the only celebration that should be going on this show is the celebration of the It Factor Bobby Roode and the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries.
That's right, the greatest man and the It Factor.
You see, because if it wasn't for the two of us, there wouldn't even be a show.
You people would not even be here.
We are two of the greatest professional wrestlers on God's green earth. I am the longest reigning, most dominant world heavyweight champion in the history of this company.
And then I beat the longest reigning, most dominant champion in this company's history.
I was talking.
Now I'm talking. You see, all the great moments of 2012, every one of them, every great match, every great interview segment, every great moment on television is thanks to Bobby Roode and Austin Aries.
That's right, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries.
Now, did we get appreciation for that? Oh, no. Do we get any thanks? No. And you see the lack of respect that this company has for myself and Bobby Roode. Well, that has spawned a mutual respect for our talents. And you know, there was a time in this company when it could be proud of its champions, when men like Bobby Roode and Austin Aries carried the championship titles. But you see, that day's no longer. It kind of seems like this company has taken a step 10 years in the past. Now you got people like Rob Van Dam as the X Division champion. You've got Devon, a member of Aces and Eights, as the television champion. You got Chavo and Hernandez as the tag team champions. And then, of course, there's the golden child, Jeff Hardy, the world heavyweight champion. That's right. All you 13-year-old girls can scream and paint your faces, but the fact of the matter is, you're looking at the two men that make this company worth anything. And we have not gotten the respect we deserve, and it makes us sick.
Yeah, it makes us sick. And with all this being said, ladies and gentlemen, we object to this wedding.
Objection!
Well, we finally found common ground for Roode and Aries. One thing they can agree on, they don't respect the current champions in Impact Wrestling. Here's the tag champs.
Objections! We object also. Let it be noted that the tag team champions of the world also object.
Well, good, thank you. I appreciate that.
We also object. Hernandez and I also object. But we do not object to the wedding. No, sir. We actually like the wedding. Hernandez and I object to the statements that these two clowns are making about the champions of this company.
Oh, you object to our objections.
Yes, there is a reason that you are no longer champions in this country, in this company, in this world, and you too.
Okay, yeah, there's lots of reasons. We won't get into those. I want to go back to your objection, to my objection, and his objection. Because on top of those objections, I have an objection. Because I didn't know that I didn't know that the wedding caterers were allowed to come down here and object to anything.
Yeah. I mean, who has Mexican at a wedding reception? Hey, but while you're here, hey, I'll take one of those quesadillas. All right?
I'll have a burrito, but it has to be vegan. Yeah. Beans only. I don't need meat. So,
hey, and make it quick. Make it snap. What do you? Oh!
How about that? The tag team champions have heard enough, objecting to the way that Roode and Aries have been running off at the mouth and the disrespect they're showing to the champs. Look out here! Roode coming to the save there of Aries.
Yeah, the tag champs, Chavo and Hernandez, they don't object to a butt kicking for Aries and Roode. But it's Roode who, you're right, just saved the skin of Austin Aries.
Chavo saying we had you just that close. You almost went for a ride. And we're all going to go for a ride because take a look at this. Holy matrimony. It's the wedding of Bully and Brooke, the one we've been waiting for, and it's coming up next.
Then I'm going to throw it all out there just like you asked me to do originally. I'm going to say you need to do this for you, and most important, you need to do this for Brooke tonight.
Well, I guess instead of just telling you, I'm going to tell everybody in here that I always do the right thing, brother.
walk Brooke Hogan, his daughter, down the aisle tonight?
I feel it with every piece of life in my body. This is what I've tried to protect my whole life. Protect her from the evils of this business, the personal tragedies that you and I both suffered, all the bad stuff. I've tried to keep it away from her. This isn't about Bully. He's not a bad guy. It's not about him. He's one of us. We're all the same person now. But for Brooke, I know how this movie ends.
There's no question that this business has jaded both of us, and I'm not going to deny anything that you just said. Matter of fact, I'm going to agree with everything you just said. But have you ever thought that you've done such a good job of raising your daughter, such a good job of protecting her, that maybe, just maybe, she can see something in Bully that you can't, because this business has blinded you? You're wrong. You're wrong about Bully, and you need to walk Brooke down that aisle.
You know, brother, it's been a long day. I'm gonna pack my stuff up and get out of here. But I always do the right thing, Stinger, for this business and for my family. Just as long as you know that.
And that moment has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, you are sitting in on history. The wedding, Brooke Hogan, Bully Ray, is about to begin.
And there you see the groom himself, Bully Ray.
Looking pretty damn good tonight, Bully.
As you mentioned, Mike, we have all been invited, and we share this with our fans watching at home. Let's all attend this ceremony together.
Not often that we see this kind of a facial, this kind of a reaction from Bully Ray. You can tell how ecstatic he is to be a part of this big wedding tonight.
And now what would a wedding be without the march of the wedding party? Longtime friend Tommy Dreamer.
Well, they go back years, don't they? Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray. And how great is we see Tommy Dreamer coming out here, accompanied by Miss Tessmacher.
Wow. Does she look absolutely just gorgeous or what? And also as part of the wedding party, known here in TNA Wrestling as Brother Runt.
Yeah, Spike's out here with Hardcore Country Mickey James on his arm.
And how about our broadcast colleague, Taz, looking dapper in that tux?
Best man dressed to the nines as Taz comes out with the lovely Christy Hemme.
And we'll be back with the entrance of the bride, but will Hulk Hogan walk her to the ring? Welcome back to Impact Wrestling Live. Bully Ray and his extreme groomsmen are in place, are as Brooke's beautiful bridesmaids. So it's time for the shining star attraction of this wedding. absolutely beautiful smile on her face, but looking behind her here, Mike.
And we have the answer to the question that we have been asking all night. Hulk Hogan is here, and Hulk Hogan is walking his daughter, Brooke Hogan, down the aisle, down the ramp. This is exactly what Brooke Hogan wanted. As Bully Ray said, that's the thing that's going to make her happy. This is just great.
What a moment. As you see the bridesmaids looking on, and what a weight that must be lifted off the bride on this, her wedding night. So happy to have her father by her side.
Welcome, everyone. We are gathered here today in the presence of all of you, friends and family, to celebrate and give recognition to the beauty of love and to unite Brooke and Mark in holy matrimony. Let us begin. Who presents this woman?
I do.
Brooke and Mark, there are no obligations on earth sweeter or more tender than those you are about to assume. You were born into this world as individuals, and during your life, you've learned to live together with your fellow man in harmony. As you got older, you learned to both give and receive love in your lives. Learning to love and live together is one of life's greatest challenges, with the greatest rewards, and is the shared goal of a life of marriage together. There is no institution more sacred than marriage. The state of matrimony is based on a deep, invisible union of two souls who seek to find companion in one another. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes.
In front of your family and friends, Brooke, Mark, you may now express the love that you have for one another with your vows.
Mark, I can't believe I'm standing in front of you right now, exchanging vows with you in the middle of a wrestling ring. But you came into my life like a burst of light, and I finally feel like I can trust. I feel like I'm safe. You're my best friend. You definitely know how to make me laugh. Oh, come on. And I have no idea what I was doing before I met you, but I can't imagine my life without you now. I love you.
Brooke, earlier today, I took out a piece of paper and I started writing things down. I just said to myself, what the hell are you doing?
She doesn't deserve words on paper. She deserves me to speak from the heart. From the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. I knew you were the one. I'm a different person when I'm around you. I'm a happy person when I'm around you. And I want to make you the happiest girl in the world. The bottom line is I frickin' love you.
Now, is there anyone among you that has just cause that these two individuals should not be legally married? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll take that as a no. Do you have the rings?
There it goes, under the desk. Got it.
Do you, Brooke, take Mark to be your lawfully wedded husband, promising to love and cherish through joy and sorrow, sickness and health, and through whatever challenges you may face for as long as you both shall live?
I do. Give me your hand. What? Oh.
Do you, Mark, take Brooke to be your lawfully wedded wife, promising to love and cherish through joy and sorrow, sickness and health, and through whatever challenges you may face for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Just back up. Hold on a minute. Hold on. No, I have two questions. I can't take this. I have two questions. I know you a long time. We go way back. We're like brothers. Just hold on. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this?
What are you doing?
No, it's none of your business. Are you sure you want to do this?
We're getting married.
Okay, you want to do this. The second question I have is it just me, or is it friggin' hot in here?
What is he talking
Go.
Taz!
You guys go.
What in the hell? What the hell's this about?
No! The damn aces and eights have come out here. What did we just see, Mike?
Aces and eights coming from every part of the arena, from everywhere around the impact zone.
Brooke being subdued by those aces and eights, remember? Oh my God.
Daddy down! Look at your husband! Look at your daddy! Ready, daddy! Look! We got him! No! Right here, and watch your new husband and your daddy on the ground. Disgusting!
Just sickening.
Yes, Daddy.
Absolutely sickening.
I want to check on Bully. It's okay. Go check on Bully. Go check on Bully. Oh, God.